December 2, 2025. A date now etched into the collective memory of the region. As tensions in the West Philippine Sea reach a boiling point, the world watches in real time as a Philippine supply vessel, on what was supposed to be a routine mission to Ayungin Shoal, is aggressively blocked by a much larger Chinese Coast Guard ship. The standoff is tense, with both crews on edge, knowing that any miscalculation could spark a wider conflict. Suddenly, water cannons erupt, blasting the smaller Filipino boat. What should have been a simple resupply operation is instantly transformed into a dangerous international incident, with the world's media capturing every moment of the chaos at sea. This is just the latest in a long and growing series of confrontations, each one highlighting the stark power imbalance in the West Philippine Sea. The pattern is clear: intimidation and escalation, with no signs of resolution. Chinese vessels, acting with near-total impunity, routinely harass Filipino fishermen and patrols, tightening their grip on waters that are recognized by international law as Philippine territory. For local communities, these encounters are becoming a dangerous new normal. These actions are not isolated. They are part of a calculated long-term strategy to assert dominance over vital sea lanes and the rich resources beneath the waves: oil, gas, and fisheries that are crucial for the region's future. The West Philippine Sea is more than a local dispute. It is a critical artery for global trade, with trillions of dollars worth of goods passing through each year. China's aggressive tactics threaten freedom of navigation, a cornerstone of maritime law and global stability. For the Philippines, this is not just a diplomatic issue. It is a direct challenge to national sovereignty, to the livelihoods of its people, and to its rightful access to natural resources that are vital for economic growth. The pressure is relentless, both at sea and in the air. Chinese military aircraft now frequently enter the Philippine Air Defense Identification Zone, testing the country's resolve and readiness, and raising the risk of dangerous miscalculations. These constant incursions test the limits of the Philippine military, stretching resources thin and underscoring the urgent need for stronger defense capabilities and better technology to protect its territory. Manila now faces a stark reality: its current forces are insufficient for the scale of the challenge. The government must seek new partners, strengthen alliances, and invest in modernizing its military to secure its future and protect its people. The stakes have never been higher for the Philippines and the entire region. The world is watching, and the next moves will shape the future of the West Philippine Sea for generations to come. For decades, Japan's post-war constitution strictly limited its military to self-defense only, reflecting a deep national commitment to pacifism after the devastation of World War II. The constitution also banned most arms exports, keeping Japan's advanced military technology within its own borders and out of the global arms market. Selling advanced missile systems or other weaponry abroad was once unthinkable, both politically and culturally, as Japan sought to distance itself from its militaristic past. But the rise of an assertive China and unpredictable North Korea has forced Tokyo to fundamentally rethink its role in regional security, as threats in East Asia have grown more complex and immediate. In response, Japan has reinterpreted its constitution, updating its security strategy to support partners as a form of collective self-defense, while still honoring its pacifist principles. This historic shift has opened the door for exporting defensive equipment to trusted allies, marking a significant change in Japan's defense policy. The Philippines, a fellow democracy and U.S. treaty ally facing its own security challenges, is now a prime candidate for Japanese defense cooperation and technology transfers. The proposed sale of the Type-03 Chu-SAM missile system marks a historic step for Japan, representing its first major arms export to a foreign military in the modern era. But this move is about more than just hardware. It's about building long-term strategic partnerships, deepening trust, and investing in the stability of the entire region. A stronger, better-equipped Philippines helps uphold international law, deters aggression, and contributes to a more secure maritime environment. It also protects vital sea lanes that are essential to Japan's economy, ensuring the safe passage of goods and energy supplies. This move transforms Japan from a passive observer into an active security partner, willing to take on greater responsibility for peace in the Indo-Pacific. It also strengthens the US-Japan alliance, sharing the security burden and enhancing deterrence against common threats in the region. The Chu-SAM export signals Japan's renewed commitment to its partners and its willingness to play a proactive role in regional security. It demonstrates Japan's resolve to counter aggression and protect the peace and prosperity of its neighbors. The old post-war constraints are evolving as Japan adapts to meet today's complex security challenges and takes its place as a responsible leader in the region. Upgrading air defense is now an urgent necessity for the Philippines. With rising tensions in the region and increasing incursions into its airspace, the country can no longer afford to delay. The need for a modern, integrated shield has never been more pressing. Confrontations at sea are only part of the threat. Control of the air will be decisive in any future conflict. Whoever dominates the skies will have a significant advantage, shaping the outcome of any engagement. Without credible air defenses, the Philippines is exposed, its bases, government centers, and economic hubs vulnerable to attack. The nation's most vital assets could be targeted in minutes, leaving little time to respond. A foreign power could enforce a no-fly zone or strike critical infrastructure with little resistance. Airports, power plants, and communication lines could be crippled, paralyzing the country's ability to function. This vulnerability erodes national morale and weakens the country's negotiating position. When citizens feel unprotected, confidence in the government and military can quickly fade. Building a robust air defense is not just military, it's about national pride and sovereignty. It's a statement that the Philippines will not be intimidated or pushed around. A modern system would send a clear message: the Philippines is prepared to defend itself. It would reassure allies and deter potential aggressors, showing that the nation is serious about its security. The quest for a multi-layered air defense is now a top priority for the armed forces. This means not just acquiring new technology, but also training personnel and developing strategies to counter evolving threats. Relying on diplomacy alone is no longer enough. Strength is respected. A credible defense posture gives the Philippines leverage in international discussions and negotiations. A credible deterrent is essential to back up diplomatic efforts and ensure stability. Only with real capabilities can the country safeguard its interests and maintain peace. Acquiring the Chu-SAM would be a game-changer, providing the shield the Philippines desperately needs. This advanced system would mark a new era in the nation's defense, giving hope for a safer, more secure future. The Philippine Air Defense Network is a patchwork of outdated systems, leaving major gaps in national security. The focus was long on internal threats, not external ones, so air defense has lagged behind neighbors. Current radars are limited in range and tracking ability, creating blind spots across the archipelago. The FA-50PH jets are few and not designed for intercepting advanced threats like cruise missiles or drones. Critically, the country lacks a modern ground-based missile system for comprehensive defense. This leaves vital assets, Manila, military bases, economic zones, exposed to attack. Filling these gaps is now a fundamental requirement for credible national defense. The Type-03 Chu-SAM is a modern, mobile, medium-range surface-to-air missile system from Japan. Its mobility allows rapid deployment and repositioning, making it hard for enemies to target. At its core is an advanced ESA radar capable of tracking multiple threats: jets, missiles, drones, simultaneously. The system's networking links batteries and sensors, creating an integrated air defense network. This network-centric approach ensures no gaps for enemies to exploit. The missiles use command guidance and active radar seekers for high accuracy against fast maneuvering targets. The Chu-SAM can receive targeting data from friendly aircraft and allied forces, enhancing interoperability. For the Philippines, acquiring the Chu-SAM means investing in a complete, modern air defense ecosystem. It's not just a missile launcher, it's a shield for the nation. The Chu-SAM would be a true samurai's aegis for Philippine defense. The Chu-SAM deal is more than a transaction. It's a catalyst for a stronger security partnership among the Philippines, Japan, and the United States. This emerging trilateral alliance is becoming a cornerstone of Indo-Pacific stability. By connecting the US-Philippines and US-Japan alliances, a resilient triangular structure is forming. All three nations share values and depend on freedom of navigation in the South China Sea. The Chu-SAM deal moves cooperation from words to real interoperable military capability. With shared systems, the three can coordinate defense, share radar data, and respond to threats as one. This seamless network presents a formidable deterrent to any aggressor. The alliance signals that the Philippines is not alone. Aggression against one is a challenge to all. The trilateral partnership is reshaping regional security, promoting peace and the rule of law. Together, they form a powerful trident for stability in the Indo-Pacific. The Chu-SAM system would give the Philippines a mobile, advanced shield for its most vital assets. Instead of static defense, batteries could be deployed to create protective bubbles over key locations. Metro Manila, the economic and political heart, would be a top priority. Military bases, like Cesar Basa Air Base and Subic Bay would be protected, ensuring continued defense operations. Forward bases on Palawan would gain a crucial layer of defense near contested waters. Even a limited number of Chu-SAM batteries, networked with new radars, could cover wide areas. This would transform the Philippines into a porcupine, difficult and costly to attack. The result, a credible deterrent that discourages aggression before it starts. The Chu-SAM deal is a landmark decision for Japan, marking its first export of a complete weapon system since World War II. Japanese officials are handling the process with care, ensuring compliance with strict export principles. The sale is framed as supporting a democratic ally facing real threats, contributing to peace and Japan's security. Some political factions in Japan remain cautious, making final approval a delicate process. The US and international community are watching closely, seeing this as a test of Japan's new security role. Approval would signal Japan's arrival as a proactive security provider and cement its partnership with the Philippines. The decision will shape the region's strategic landscape for years to come. Acquiring the Chu-SAM would be a turning point for Philippine security, ushering in a new era of deterrence. It would fill the country's most dangerous defense gap, protecting people, government, and infrastructure. The psychological boost would be immense, replacing vulnerability with confidence. Deterrence works by raising the cost of aggression. An adversary would face a resilient network defense. The deal would also solidify the trilateral alliance, making it a formidable force for regional stability. This partnership signals a united commitment to a rules-based order. The Chu-SAM deal is more than procurement. It's a strategic masterstroke reshaping the West Philippine Sea's security. The Philippines, by strengthening its shield, seeks not conflict, but lasting peace and sovereignty.